Welcome to another edition of Tennessee Buck Outdoors. Today we're doing something with hamburger. It's hamburger, taters, something slash pie. I just come up with it, so you watch, then you just let me know what you think. Alright, what I got there is some hamburger that's been sitting in the refrigerator. I need to go ahead and fry that sucker up. Didn't want to make any meatloaves or sloppy joes or anything like that. I just wasn't in the mood for it. Of course, then I started looking around the kitchen just to see what I had. So I put some stuff together. We'll just go ahead and start finding my utensils because I forgot. That's how come it's taking so long for me to come back, because where is my favorite wooden spoon? Oh, here it is. So yeah, gonna have to start breaking this hamburger meat up so it'll cook better. You want to break it up anyway. And honestly, I don't like doing this part, but it's got to be done. Yeah, we're getting there. Of course, if anybody's got an easier way of doing this, you can always leave a comment down there on the bottom. But we'll go ahead and put the lid on there and let it start cooking down. Of course, there it is. It's finally cooked down. So here's some cheese salsa that I had. I thought, that might taste pretty good, so I just went ahead and put it in my hamburger meat. Makes a good dip, so it ought to be good in hamburger. It's sort of a Mexican blend. Of course, take your time and get all you can out of your jar, because that, you paid for it, so you use it. Alright, now we're going to start working it in. Of course, I always like to drag from the sides in. That helps get all the hamburger coated. That's looking good. Maybe it should have been Taco Tuesday. Alright, we're just going to let that cook a little while. Next comes the taters. Those are russet. Of course, I went ahead and washed them. Now, growing up, I used to get these out of the garden, wipe the dirt off and eat on them, but that probably wouldn't be a good thing right now. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and cut them in half. I'll show you what I'm going to do here in a minute. Then I'm going to just trim the ends off of each one of them. Put them in my little cast iron skillet, my little favorite one. Alright, anybody know how to play a mandolin? I also use this mandolin when I make potato chips, and we'll be doing a show on that too. But I try to use the guard to start off with. Couldn't get it motivated, so I went ahead and started it. But once I got to a certain point, I put that guard back on it because I have cut my finger on the thing. Yeah, throw that in the skillet. Oh, if you heard a dog bark, that was my lab. He gets excited when it comes to food. Trust me, he really does. But anyway, we're going to slice some more up. All right, now it's about time to start throwing them in the skillet. We're going to throw a little oil in there. And we're going to put our taters in. Now those are real thin. They'll cook faster, and plus, what I was thinking about, they need to be thin. Didn't really need any chunks. So put them in there, separate them a little bit. Of course, went to the refrigerator to see what else I had that I, might like to put into that. And I had some diced onions, so I figured I'd just throw me some in there. Onions and taters always go good together. Of course, then I had to go back and see what else I had. And I found my green peppers, and of course I like those in chunks, and I thought, well, I'll just put a little bit of those in there. Then I thought, well, what the heck, let's just go ahead and use all of it, because I like green pepper. Of course, I had to make my third trip. Of course, then I went back to the cabinets to see what if there's any seasoning or anything in there that I might want to throw in there. Of course, that's kosher salt. Didn't get it down there where you could read it, but that's kosher salt. One of these days I'll learn how to talk. But just a little dab-a-doo on that. It's like dippity-doo. Oh, there's my pizza pan. I love using my pizza pan as a cover. But these cook down for a little while, so let's look at them. Oh, look at that. Man, that is looking good. Some of those taters have got nice golden brown. If that was smell-o-vision, woo! So anyway, we're just gonna let them cook for just a little bit longer. All right, here we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the lids off. Now we're just gonna go ahead and swap out the skillets. Put the hamburger meat back on the low heat. We're going to take the taters and we're just going to dump them in there. Just all of it. Of course, I got my wooden spoon so I can scrape the bottom of my cast iron skillet without messing up the seasoning on it. Gotta get that golden brown in there. There you go. Ooh, that's looking good already. Yeah, we gotta mix all that up. We'll let that simmer for a few minutes. Put the lid on it. Alright, now it's time to pick up the tempo a little bit. It's time to put on the old feedback. Look at there. Oh, that is good. Should have sliced me a mater and put with it. That is some good eating right there. But, tell you what else that was going on. Yep, I had some pie crust. I thought, okay, well, I need to do something with these. So I went ahead and put the bottom one in there, baked it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fill it with this good stuff. And of course, don't laugh at me about my crust. Now, I am not good at putting crust in a pan or on top of a pie or anything like that. As you can see, I went ahead and already made a couple of holes in it, and it ain't looking pretty. Not pretty at all. It wouldn't win a ribbon at the county fair. Well, it would do for ugly. I give myself a D minus. Only reason because I remember to put those little slits on top. So I'll throw that in the oven at 425. And look at that. Now ain't that pretty? It's time to go ahead and eat. I think I'll grab my pie. Oh, wait a minute. Get my Dr. Pepper. Hey, if you like this, just go ahead and leave me a comment on the bottom or hit the like button.